Hi everyone, it's Rosemary Morris from Morris Art. I thought I'd show you this item that I created from Stampington's, I think it's called the Universe paper. So I actually made the box that it's standing in. I saw somebody doing this whole thing on one of the Stampington videos, and I thought, oh, I'd like to make that my own version of it. So this is one of the journaling cards, and you can see throughout the whole thing, because I'm a very gold person, I've done it with gold foil. So it's all very sparkly. There's the back of it. And then that's this side of it. And this is the front with this amazing ribbon on it with the moon and the sun on it. So inside the box we have, the inside's all lined with the paper as well. So we have this amazing journal. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures in it. It has this lovely ribbon on it. The dangle on the back of it, I'll just turn it this way so you can see it. It's got all these charms on it, which I found on so you can see it's got these beautiful beads, and the charms I found on AliExpress. Now, this is a way I do a lot of my charms. I put them on a magnet so the whole thing comes off, and they're just hooked over his horns. He was sort of a funny greeny colour, and I covered him in wax, gold wax. Oh, one of them has come off. I'll have to fix that. So that just slides off because I don't want to have to keep doing the beautiful bow up. So on here, this is actually a little piece of log with the butterfly on it, some cogs. So it's got a touch of steampunk to it with the cogs and things. Then this washi tape I've torn in pieces and put in different places throughout, and these little birds, I've done them with heat embossing. And then on the side, oops, get it in camera for you. It's got, can't see them. It's again, it's got the little charms and beads, and a moon one and a different moon one. So inside, each signature has got a it's coming out. I just glued that in. There's a different way of doing it, so I've just got to go over that again with a stronger glue. So each signature has got this card exterior with an interior of the actual journal things itself. So a lot of it is raised up. There's a real feather there, which is just stunning. And a little metal corner. And then here, this little tag. And it's got a wolf on it howling to the moon. When I buy the paper, I always buy 2 packs because I love to use the back and front of it. There's a bookmark from a bit I had left over. tag in here with the sun on it. We are all stardust. I found this greyish, sort of silverish paper that I used. These were, I tried downloading some things off the internet and just printed them straight onto the paper, which was an interesting thing to do. And he's printed straight onto the paper as well. Little flip out. And another little tag. So the tabs, oops, are made from that lovely ribbon. The centre, I always do a piece of card in the centre because it strengthens where the strings are. And that has a little tag in the circle I cut out. And then cut this out, put a little bit of fabric behind it. I love the frogs in this. Another print, one printed straight on the paper. And another one. Little belly band with one of the journaling cards on it. The paper is always stunning. And that's the first signature. There's another feather there. And inside here I cut out the big moon that was on one of the papers and put gold glitter on it. And it opens up. Stars can't shine without darkness. And then it's got one of the little, two of the little cards in it. Oh, and here we have another card. And then there's two. Another little one printed on. This one actually printed a little frame around it, which I didn't see, but it still looks pretty. This, how I did this was I just put the glue stick, I just run it down once, because when you run it down once over something it leaves all these spaces, because when I'm gluing with glue stick I do it several times to fill up the whole thing and then put the foil on it, and it leaves this, makes it look like it's all sort of scattered. This has got what I think is a lotus blossom on it. Another printed one. Some sari silk down there. A little cluster there with two different papers, and then some gauzy stuff that I dyed pink on it. Then this is the center fold. Another, and there's the lovely ribbon again, and the sun. Another printed one. I quite enjoyed doing there's the Howling Wolf again. I quite enjoyed doing those printing ones. I just did it on a document and inserted it and then spaced it to where I wanted it to be. Lovely wolf printout. And that has a pretty little star just to stop them falling out of there, if I can get it back on. There you go. Another lovely feather. Just never stop looking up. This one is a bird sort of one, because there are matching things. So I made this a bird one that's a bit of sari silk with a little bird cage on it, and you can see underneath it I've put a magnet to keep it in place, and then that magnet is actually closing this, and then inside there's this and another lovely feather which is actually blue at the top. You can see that, and I find these feathers when I go for a walk. Go back on there, cover it up. And a little corner on some sari silk. This is a metal filigree thing that I got those off eBay, and I've made a little pin there. It's actually got beads on it and a little beetle hanging off it. So these are safety pins without the coil on the bottom, so that you can actually slide the beads around, because this is the bit that goes through the fabric. So you just Google coilless safety pins on eBay or AliExpress, whichever one's your favourite. Mine at the moment is AliExpress, where I get all the charms from. There's a little bird on there, 2 little tags. Another printout of the world, little moon and a star. A bit of sari silk that are frayed. There's that wolf again. Another printout. That moon. You can see that this Stamperia paper is just stunning. I'm a great fan of Stamperia. A little frog I printed out. Got fabric on there and sari silk underneath. So you can see it's rather a large project. This one has got a lot of frogs in it, so I used froggy charms. Aren't they cute? He's so cute. And then this has got Tim Holtz little brads on it. So the other side I covered it up with a bit of paper. And then in here, there's a little teeny tiny fold out. And that pops in there. And this is sari silk down here. This one's a bit of a froggy themed one. And this is one of Tim Holt's die cuts over the paper. Another little froggy on some sari silk. Stunning feather there. Beautiful, beautiful. And I thought it went rather well with him, so I cut him out. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Well, if you don't believe in it, you'll never see it, will you? Bit of sari silk with the howling wolf again. centre, a couple of little universes hanging off the ribbons. Oops, so it just sits in there. It has a flower on it, some fluffy eyelash trim. This one's a little moon and a star. Cute. I won't pull those out, but that's held in because it doesn't sit very well in there. They fall out. They come out. More fabric. And oh, I was going to say behind here, but it's actually a tree trunk. The lines on a tree trunk on the paper. The beauty of nature is everywhere. It is too, especially in my backyard at the moment. In Australia here it's autumn and my liquid amber trees are stunning. Little bird on there. Oh, pop in there. And there we have it. Just wondering if I missed any pockets at the top. Don't think so, but if I have, they're there. Hope you enjoyed that. I loved doing this. So what I did was I stuck the owl on and then sort of worked out how big the circle needed to be around him, and then just made a little hole in the middle of the paper and cut these lines in like that, tore them because I wanted those sort of torn look edges on them, and put ink on them, and then held them back onto the paper before I stuck it onto the board here. I held them on with brads to keep them in place, and I think it came out really lovely. And then this is all embossed. They're wood, but they're all embossed with gold. So hope you enjoyed that. Bye.